where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
I have a special surprise for you today. My friend Lynda Jones is going to be our guest, sharing with us from her treasure box of truths that God has given her. When we were talking about the sovereignty of God, you said, I truly believe that grasping and holding on to God's sovereignty, even by the fingernails, is the Christian's only way of finding sustaining peace, comfort, confidence, and joy. And during this time of crisis in our world and the many health problems I have right now, I've been clinging to God's sovereignty for all I'm worth. And I don't know how anyone could persevere without it. But I'm not sure if many people understand what the word sovereignty means. You have such a passion for this concept that I thought that you'd be a good person to share it with us.
Well, you know, that day that you and I were talking, Carla, I told you that I was doing well, even in the midst of these uncertain times, and that it was because I trust in the truth, the one attribute, the one name of God, and that is God is sovereign. And that means we believe that He is completely in control of everything. Over and over and over and over in scriptures, He says, I am the Lord, and there is no other. In Proverbs 21:30, it says, there is no wisdom, no plan that can succeed against the Lord. So I say again, God is in control of absolutely everything for His wise and holy purposes. So it is this truth that calms my spirit and sustains my hope. You know, there are literally hundreds of scriptures that speak to the sovereignty of God. Some of them are frightening and others are unexplainable, but so many are full of encouragement and comfort. One of my favorite Psalms, Psalm 89, it says, I will declare that your love stands firm forever, that you establish your faithfulness in heaven itself. For your love and faithfulness go before you. David reminded God in Psalm 139 that even before he was born, that God had designed every day of his life. Most believers know Jeremiah 29:11, where God says, I know the plans I have for you, to prosper and not harm you. But the verse that changed my life, that opened my eyes to the sovereignty of God, is Ephesians 2:10. For we are His workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared in advance to be our way of life. And so I realized that every moment of every day has a purpose in God's divine plan. So when the things I plan don't go the way I want them to, I stop and I think, okay, either God's protecting me from something or He has a divine appointment and I need to stay alert. I want to share, in conclusion, the experience that truly opened my eyes to this truth. Many years ago, I was asked to sing a solo for an evening church service. So I chose an old favorite, I Walk Today Where Jesus Walked. And in that song, it talks about the hills of Galilee and other places where Jesus would have walked as a young man. Then it talks about the Garden of Gethsemane, where he often went. And then it ends with the walk up Calvary to the cross where Jesus died. Well, about 1 week before I was to sing, I found a new song called Little Flowers, and I decided, I'm going to change songs. That's what I want to sing. So my accompanist and I practiced and practiced. And though the song was fairly simple, I just could not get the rhythm. So I stuck with my I Walk Today Where Jesus Walked. The evening that I was to sing, we had a guest speaker just before I was going to do my solo. This man was an Arab from Jerusalem. He owned a tour company, and most of his customers were Christians. One of the places he always took them was to the empty tomb. He would sit and wait, but one day he had a vision of a crossroad. On one side lay the body of a dead man, and on the other side was a living man standing, beckoning him to follow. And at that moment, he gave his life to Jesus. Even before I stood to sing, I realized that everything in my life, even the songs I sing, have a purpose in God's divine plan for his wise and holy purposes.
That was beautiful, Lynda. We know that He is always in control of everything, no matter what we do, and that He can guide us. And that's something that we can cling to, no matter what. Well, thank you for being with us today, and we really appreciate hearing from your treasure box. And if anyone else would like to share some things from their treasure box, let me know. You can contact me at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. I'm Carla Early. Thanks for listening. And remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.